13, and Adebayo. Starting at power forward, 7 feet 7 inches. Number 35, Grind Time. The other forward position, 7 feet 4 inches. Number 24, Jay. At the other guard position, 6 feet 4 inches. Number 3, Dwyane. Eric Spoelstra is your head coach. Yo,
welcome, folks, to what promises to be a great Tuesday night of the NBA on 2K Sports. And our broadcast team tonight, Greg Anthony here to my left and Steve Smith to my right. And the Hall of Famer David Aldridge along the sideline. Hey, Dave.
Eric Spoelstra is the longest tenured coach in Heat franchise history. During that time, league-wide, there have been more than 100 coaching changes. Spoelstra said, "This profession is dynamic. I'm very grateful for this opportunity, so I do my best to grow and get better every year. I don't want to let them down." Kevin?
Great stuff, DA. Thank you. Looking at the starting five for the Atlanta Hawks. We've got Wilson. Young is out there with Speedy. Then there's Jay, and it's T in at the 3 slot. And for Miami, we've got Jay. Adebayo is out there with Primetime, and it's the dude, and it's Wade in at the 2-guard spot.
And one thing that held the Hawks back last year, all the mistakes.
Yes, last in the league in turnovers, second to last in personal fouls. They were one of the youngest teams last season, and it showed. But you have to have more discipline to win games, which is why they only won 29.
And it's the Hawks to start out. Now, here is Young. The pass to Speedy. Pass to T. And he can't bank that one in. And so it's Matthews with it, bringing it up now for the Heat. It's tipped. Outside Wilson. He dishes it to Young. And Jay gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Wilson. Good on the triples.
And the fireworks begin. Should be an amazing show tonight.
How good is it to see the first one go through the net?
Now, here's Wade. About 1 minute into the first quarter. Pulls up. A rebound by Young.
Yeah, he's kicking himself. No defenders to be found in that mid-range area.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. Oh, and with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Now, here's Matthews. Here's Primetime, rejected by Young.
You might ask, how is Trae Young blocking shots? The awareness and the activity level. That's how.
They get it back. Count that bucket.
Back in the day, someone would have blocked him out, but times have changed.
For Atlanta, they've gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. Knocked loose. About 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Now Matthews. Steve, I know you like this, that the three-point shot is having such an effect on the league, actually transforming the NBA. Are you surprised? How fast all this is happening.
I am. I'm surprised that so many teams are adopting this transformation of shooting a three ball, because there's some teams and there's some players, I know they shoot it, Kevin, but they shoot at such a low percentage. If you have the guys that can shoot it, you should adopt it. If not, you got to find another way of winning ball games. There's nothing wrong with having a great mid-range team that can knock down mid-range jumpers.
And Atlanta calls their first time out of the game.
And ever since the Big Three era ended, Miami has sort of defined the middle of the pack.
Yeah, for the last 5 seasons, they haven't won more than 48 games or lost fewer than 37. This is what happens when you rarely select in the top 10 of the draft. You become reliant on free agents, and that's a tricky, sometimes heartbreaking approach.
And Miami going with a whole new group out there. 6 to shoot. It's Carter, high post. The teardrop falls in.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
The Heat have gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. Smith the pass to Hero. Butler against Collins. Pass to Smith. Reddish grabs the rebound.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And you know, technically, it's a high percentage look, but this is why we play the game.
Now here is Harris, following the missed shot by DeAndre Hunter. Here's Hero, defended by Carter. Out to Harris, shot clock at 5. Smith for 3. It's tipped. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. There's 14 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Q. He sticks that one in from 20 feet away.
This is why you're trying to get him as many touches as possible. He's got the net.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. It's Atlanta leading by 3. Back after this from the American Airlines Arena. You learn about Jimmy Butler's difficult journey to where he is now. But one thing always got him through.
Basketball. That's that. It always took my mind off everything. It always made me smile. I had no cares in the world when I was shooting.
Well, you hear that so often, don't you, Greg? Between those lines can be an escape from the outside world.
And in the end, Butler's obsession became his escape. Maybe why he remained so devoted to the game.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far in the scoreboard. Well, from what you guys are seeing from the Hawks, what are you thinking about their performance?
I love their effort, contesting shots, trying to intimidate here early on.
And you can see it's already having an impact. It can cause shooters to think twice.
Jimmy Butler is out there with Harris. Then there's Haslam. And it's Smith. And it's Hero in at the 2. That's the group on the floor for Miami.
Finding a little rhythm here that they have to like where they're at.
They're playing well. They're building momentum. This is how they can turn a small lead into a big one.
Here's Hero. Following the basket by Cam Reddish. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Butler. Oh, and he pops it off the glass. Wow. A shot by Reddish, no good. The Heat trail by 7. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Jimmy Butler has made several All-Star teams, but he remains single-minded in pursuit of his bigger goal. Butler said, I just want to win a championship. That's all that matters. I didn't do it in high school. Didn't do it in college. If I don't win it here, then I'll go to the 50 and over league someday. But I got to win a championship at some stage. Kevin?
I like that attitude. Thank you, D.A. Maybe not the biggest name in free agency, but Jimmy Butler, definitely a star player on the market.
A handful of teams were very interested in him, expressed interest in playing for Miami, and got his wish via sign and trade. We'll see if he can make them a contender in the East.
First one falls for. And you look at Jimmy Butler. Goes about 6'8", about 230 pounds. Great size on the wing.
And he keeps himself in tip-top shape. His strength, one thing I'm not sure the casual fan even recognizes.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Bam Adebayo's checked in for Haslem. Iguodala comes in for Hero. And it's Matthews in for Smith. And so Butler nails both of them. Smitty, you played with the U.S. national team. Would you say they allow more physicality in FIBA than they do in the NBA?
No, I think, Kevin, different parts of the game, there's more physicality. Like on the free throw line, boxing out. Like going up for rebounds, they let a lot more than we're used to go. But usually the NBA players adjust and they find their way.
Now here's Matthews. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. A different look for Miami. Primetime comes in for Harris. Robinson is subbed in for Jimmy Butler. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here.
Great defensive effort, just saved a basket.
You know what? This is why you never give up on a play. You don't know what's going to happen.
The Heat trail by 5. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. To the wing on the left. Here's Speedy. He's covered by Matthews. Here's Speedy. Rebound by the Heat. And here's Iguodala. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Well, all good things must come to an end. Iguodala was shipped out from the Warriors last year to clear room for D'Angelo Russell. Traded to the Grizzlies to make room for the Warriors in the Russell deal. Ultimately, I think we'll have a great legacy for his time with Golden State.
And the first one at the line is good. And the last 2 drafts, the Atlanta Hawks aggressively making trades to assemble this roster.
And drafting DeAndre Hunter and Cam Reddish, great length and versatility on the wings. You pair that with Trae Young and John Collins, and that's an exciting young core for the Hawks.
T's checked in for Speedy. So he gets them both. And with Andre Iguodala, he doesn't give you 20 points tonight like he once did, Greg, but he still shows up when you need him.
Iggy can still hit the switch, so to speak, and go back to his all-star level of play for stretches. I mean, the numbers don't jump out at you, but he is so valuable during big games, particularly in the postseason.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
The Hawks shooting their first free throws here for the night.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
Well, one thing the Heat have been terrific at the last few years, protecting the rim.
The Heat have taken an old-school approach to the center position, choosing physical intimidators over floor spacers.
Both shots good from the stripe.
And plenty of Hawks fans were despondent when the team decided to rebuild, but that dejection has turned into excitement.
The team plays hard every night. They have an entertaining style, and they have a lot of young talent. It may not be long before they're a real threat in the East. I don't know how many misses that is in a row, but I know it's ugly.
Yes, that goes in.
Great timing. That can be the difference between an assist and a turnover.
Now here's Matthews. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Iguodala, the pass to Adebayo. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Iggy just keeping his head up on his swivel all the time.
The Hawks leading by 5. Down low, here's Wilson. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Wilson's got 7.
Beautiful location on the pass, as usual. Led his man perfectly.
Here's Matthews, and it's blocked. Adebayo kicks to Matthews. And it's Matthews again missing.
Hard to catch up when you can't hit shots. This is a quarter he liked to forget.
Here's Shorty. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one. He hits both from the stripe.
Money from the stripe. He does a great job night in and night out.
Here's Jay. And so it's Atlanta. Ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. Their defense has been active and effective. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Coach, what needs to change going ahead in the second half?
It starts with getting some stops. We've got to play off some misses, and we can't let them force us into 1 or 0 pass possessions. We've got to move the ball when we're in the half court, help each other with that, but we'd like to get some more in the open.
We'll see if you can get the pace where you want it. Thanks, Bo. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our halftime show. Well, actually, we can't see you, but you can see us, but you get it. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. A competitive matchup for Atlanta in the first quarter. They saw their lead grow to a high water mark of 5 in the period. They really did some damage in the second quarter, and as things started clicking for them, they were able to get out to a 9-point lead by halftime. And Shaq, what are your thoughts on how Atlanta played?
You got to like their offense efficiency. They were patient, took good shots. That was reflected in their high field goal percentage. They just need to keep playing smart in the second half and close this thing out. Don't get cute now.
And Kenny, what are your thoughts on Miami?
Well, obviously, they were outshot. I thought they mailed it in too many times in terms of their effort. People weren't moving, they weren't screening, and they definitely weren't hustling. They need to hit the ground running to be competitive in the second half, or they could get blown out.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan. Go. Go with it.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. The Bulldozer with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Yeah, I don't know if there's anything that the league can do to slow him down. He's just that good.
You know, you almost take it for granted. You look at his numbers from the first half, they're just expected at this point.
Hey, Steve, if your team is holding on to a narrow lead, which player do you want defending that last shot of the game?
I would say Kawhi Leonard, Giannis because of his length, Paul George, Draymond Green, and I really love Klay Thompson. Not that he's going to block the shot, but he always stays in position.
On the court right now for the Hawks.
You got to buckle up on that one.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. Count it. Jay's got 6 points.
The mid-range jumper is a high percentage shot for him, and when he's got that much room, forget about it.
Young passes to T. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Young with the ball. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. 4 on the clock. It's Adebayo with the rebound. And so it's Wade. He'll bring it up for the Heat. They trail by 9 points. Tries it from the top of the key. A shot, no good. So Atlanta will take it the other way. To the left wing. Speedy, the pass to Young. He lobs it up, and Adebayo throws it down.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. Here's T, and he drops in the layup off the glass. T's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Not just selling for something along the perimeter. Excellent job. Where you always have confidence in the Heat organization is at the top. Pat Riley with 9 championship rings as a player, as an assistant coach, as a head coach, and as a team president. He knows how to win from every perspective.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, the Hawks have been in rebuild mode for the last couple of years, but this season brings a lot of optimism. Passing on Luka Doncic, the Hawks drafted Trae Young. It was much scrutinized, but Young came on down the stretch. His playmaking makes other people better, and also, they hope, will attract a free agent or two. Now the Hawks have added several rookies, starting with DeAndre Hunter, and they believe they're poised to make some noise in the East. Kevin?
They took that gamble with Doncic and getting Young. We'll see what happens. Thank you, D.A. You're right, Steve. You look at Riley's career, most people are just looking to accomplish one of the things he's done.
Kevin, he has a great mind. He's incredibly driven. He understands how to motivate people, and he understands what's important to focus on.
And with this summer signing of Jimmy Butler, the Miami Heat demonstrating they still can lure star talent to South Beach.
The Heat back on the rise. The Butler signing sets the stage for the summer of 2021 when they should have the cap space to sign another max player.
The first one falls. A different look for Miami. Udonis Haslem. He's checked in for Bam Adebayo. Earl comes in for Jay. And Smith subbed in for Matthews. And then for Atlanta, John Collins, he's checked in for Wilson. And Hunter subbed in for Jay. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
You look at the Atlanta Hawks offense, so much is generated outside in. 3rd in the league in three-point attempts last season. Of course, some of that was the addition of Trae Young.
Reddish, he's checked in for the Hawks. Smith scanning the floor. Hunter grabs the miss. And Young gives that extra deep floor spacing, something teams are looking for now.
You watch Steph Curry and Dame Lillard, they're shooting from 26 to 27 feet out. That changes what a defense can take away. That's why Young, despite his size, is still drafted top 5.
The Heat have been solid at the line so far, 4 for 4.
And looking at last season's numbers, down below 70% as a team from the line.
Shooting 2.
That's good from Hazel.
And at this point, Erik Spoelstra, a mainstay of the Heat, been with the franchise for decades, led the team to titles, and is a huge figure in Miami.
And at some point, you figure Spoelstra will move into an executive role. Might be next in line for when Pat Riley retires. There's a lot of loyalty between Spoelstra and the Heat.
That one is no good. And when he was drafted, there were questions, Smitty, about John Collins' best position. At 6'10", what do you think? Better as a 4 or a 5?
And you know what, Kevin? A lot of people call him a tweener. The way he's developed now, it's positional versatility. Whichever spot he plays, he's holding his own.
And Atlanta has possession after the Heat pick up 2. Pass to Q. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. The Hawks shoot their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
2 shots.
And the first one goes. Robinson's checked in for the Heat. Iguodala comes in for Jimmy Butler. Jay's checked in for the Hawks. And so he hits both.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Smith against Collins. And it's Smith missing. Jay guarded by Harris. Some solid defense from Harris. With some arc, Harris controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
I tell you what, he was on a mission on that possession. Did not stop working until he got it up and in.
And so it's Atlanta with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. Back right after this. Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. The Hawks leading by 6. Harris is out there with Robinson. And it's Smith, and there's Iguodala. And it's Hero into the shooting guard position. That's the group in the game for the Heat. Here's Q. And it's Iguodala with the rebound. The Heat shooting 27%. The offense is just embarrassing themselves. Dishes it to Robinson. Here's Hero. Smith outside. Here's Harris. It's blocked. Lobbed up there for Collins.
Continue to expand his arsenal. John Collins has become a legitimate go-to scorer.
Now here's Iguodala. Smith outside. Trying to get open is Iguodala. But they get it back. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Goes back up.
And putting that 7'2" wingspan to good use. Hunter can be an elite defender if he keeps working at it.
Jay the pass to Collins. And finished off by Collins.
Flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Now a timeout called by Miami.
And just trying to get some traction offensively. Boy, it hasn't been pretty.
You know, this is a good time to maybe switch up your strategy a little bit. You can't keep doing what you're doing and expect a different result.
And a new group in for the Heat. Bam Adebayo's checked in for Harris. Primetime comes in for Robinson. Jay's checked in for Andre Iguodala. And Dwyane Wade is subbed in for Hero. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Wilson, he's checked in for Hunter. T comes in for Jay. Speedy's checked in for Reddish. And Trae Young subbed in for Q. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
During that break, Eric Spoelstra had some words for his team. He wants them to work for more easy baskets in transition. He said, the moment we take possession of the ball, I want us to attack. If there's nothing there, then you can pull it back out and run the offense. Kevin?
All right, David, thanks. And even 3-on-3 break. Stolen by Wilson. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. There's the pass to Speedy. This is it to Wilson. Just 4 to shoot. Here's T. It's deflected. Kicks it to Wade. Over Collins. It will go down, and the Hawks lead is cut down to just 8 points on the bucket from Wade for Atlanta. They've gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Now, here is Young. Wilson inside. Pass to T. Swiped away. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one on Collins.
Shooting 2.
Gets the first. That narrows the gap to 7. Matthews, he's checked in for Smith. And the Hawks making a change here as well. Jay's checked in for Collins. Both good from the line that time.
The lead's not looking as comfortable after those free throws. Nice job.
Just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. T. And he slams it one-handed.
I mean, he makes plays like that in his sleep. The game is just far too easy.
There's a minute left in the game. Outside Matthews. From 15 feet away, and the jumper is good.
Working against size. He's just crafty enough to carve out some wiggle room.
And that's tough to do from the mid-range because help can come from anywhere, but he beats everyone to the punch.
Taking no chances. They go on one last run to seal the deal.
Not messing around at all. They were focused, relentless, and they got the job done.
A floater, and no good that time. And here we go. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. No good with the wing jumper. And it's Wade with the ball for the Miami Heat. 9-point game. So the Hawks take the win. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. So long.